Hey folks, welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today I'm going to be discussing Coinbase and Coinbase Pro. And we did get a date for the shutdown of Coinbase Pro, but I also want to go back over a couple of the prophetic words dealing with Coinbase and kind of give you guys an understanding where we have been coming from dealing with Coinbase over the last year. Right? We have some prophetic words that are positive, but also negative too as well. And I'm going to share some interesting news which could be the result of people praying over the wealth transfer, specifically dealing with Coinbase. Now, before I get into this, folks, I am not a financial advisor. I am just sharing information, giving you my thoughts and my opinions on that information. And if you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description and also the About section of YouTube. All right, so the very first thing that I want to get into is that Coinbase Pro, it looks like that it's getting ready to shut down on November the 9th. You need to move your funds over from Coinbase Pro over to Coinbase. Now, I plan on doing it the day before, but if you do not do it, Coinbase Pro will automatically do it for you. One of the things is that I would not wait, until November the 9th to do it or allow them to do it just in case there is an issue. Now, the only thing that I have on Coinbase Pro right now is my Bitcoin fishing, the Bitcoin low buy limit orders. So plan accordingly. So for me, it's just one of those things where, I have extra funds that if that event does not take place before the 9th, then I'll have to decide on whether or not if I want to keep those additional funds on Coinbase or if I want to transfer them to another platform for other purposes. Because on Coinbase, I already have a lot of Bitcoin buy limit orders. So I may break it up into, maybe buy limit orders and also putting it into another crypto or maybe short positions or whatever the case. Now, one of the things that I want to discuss, and we have seen multiple prophecies from individuals. Christopher Harris talked about Coinbase Pro suffering a massive hack. And we've also had multiple people who had dreams and visions about Shiba Inu freezing up after it hits $1, specifically on Coinbase. All right, so a lot of people have concerns because of those particular prophetic words, but also keep in mind Maria Conwell also has some prophetic words dealing with Coinbase too as well, dealing specifically how much to place your Bitcoin buy limit orders on, specifically on Coinbase. So when I first really got into heavy dealing with the Bitcoin buy limit order prophecies, you guys remember the series that I did, and I found out then that there were a lot of people in the wealth transfer that are using Coinbase. Coinbase is easy to use, but it's also a target for hackers, and they do have some other issues too as well. More recently, they did have to shut down withdrawals for a short period of time, but of course that's been restored. So one of the things that I was struggling with, and I went to God about it, and I was like, Lord, there's a lot of people that are on Coinbase. And the videos that I've been doing, I've been sharing with people, learn how to use it, learn how to trade crypto, learn how to send crypto back and forth, and then move on to the next platform. And keep very little on your Coinbase, but you're going to need Coinbase to help cash out on some of the other platforms that we use, like KuCoin, right? KuCoin, it's a prophetic platform dealing with several different cryptocurrencies and more specifically, Bitcoin buy limit orders. Right, where Christopher Harris saw KuCoin being one of the major platforms that a lot of people are going to be able to participate in the Bitcoin fishing. So if you want to know more about that particular part, that link is down below in the description. And dealing with all these different people that are on Coinbase, and I personally helped people get off of Coinbase and start working on another platform. Right, Coinbase at the time was easier to use. I currently don't like the advanced trading platform they have on there. It's very confusing, and the one on Coinbase Pro is actually 100 times easier to use than it is the advanced trading on Coinbase. So Coinbase is kind of going through a lot of their changes, but one of the things I was concerned about was, Lord, if this happens, if Coinbase freezes up, when Shiba Inu hits over $1, a lot of people are going to end up missing out. And that's one of the reasons why we put in our sell limit orders for Shiba Inu. And so I had put it out there that we need to start praying for the wealth transfer as far as Coinbase, and praying for those people, and that people need to transition and not keep a whole lot on there. And you know what, folks, from what I have dealt with personally, a lot of people just want to stick with Coinbase. I've had people tell me, look, I don't want to sign up for all these different platforms. I just want to stick with Coinbase. And I said, okay, that's fine. I understand. And there might be a lot of people that are involved in the wealth transfer that have never heard of the Coinbase prophecies as far as them having issues or hacks or people losing their finances. I did videos on those specific prophecies. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play this prophetic dream about Shiba Inu and Coinbase that came out on September the 10th of 2022. I am not sure of the lady's name. She didn't put it in front of her videos or on her about section, but the channel is called Run With Endurance. So she's just sharing her prophetic dream dealing with Shiba Inu and Coinbase.
Last night, God gave me a dream, short dream. God showed me that I was looking on my phone and I was seeing like the graph go up. The graph was green and it was going up. But as I was watching it, I was getting excited because I'm like, oh my God, it's happening. I couldn't believe it was finally happening, So once it got on up to a certain point, I tried to take my money off. The Coinbase froze up. It crashed. It wouldn't let me for nothing in the world take my money off Coinbase. And I was upset. I knew I lost my money. And I woke up. And I know God gave me this dream to tell people who have their coins on Coinbase.
Okay, so one of the interesting things about this particular prophetic dream, Shiba Inu and Coinbase, right? We go back to another prophecy that dealt with Shiba Inu. Now, if you guys remember, because I do scour like Facebook and Reddit and other places for dreams and visions concerning, the crypto markets, because some people may not know. They just post their dreams and they're not even thinking about, or they don't even know anything about the wealth transfer or anything like that. But this was in a response to somebody else having a dream about Shiba Inu on Facebook. And Jay Farah said, I dreamt in Coinbase Pro that the price had instantly shot up to $1.40, but all withdrawals were frozen. Okay, now Coinbase Pro is set to shut down on November the 9th. So that means that, either this is going to happen before they are shut down, or for the simple fact that, because of our prayers, that Coinbase is doing some things to strengthen their business. And I'll get into that here in a second. Because you got to remember, folks, when people have a prophetic dream and it's a warning, we are supposed to pray for like protection, especially here in the wealth transfer. And not just simply say, well, everybody should get off Coinbase. Yes, we should approach it with caution, but we should also say, look, we don't want anybody to be affected in the wealth transfer, because if something happens to Coinbase, that could have an effect on the pricing in the crypto markets. That could have an effect as far as fear. Maybe there's just a massive amount of people trying to withdraw their crypto and their finances, and it causes this big holdup within transferring money around to banks because of panic and fear. So that's one of the reasons why I was saying, folks, we need to pray, for Coinbase, pray for the protection within the wealth transfer, and pray for those people too that are involved. And also, for me personally, just putting out the message like, hey, there's prophecies concerning good things about Coinbase as far as like our Bitcoin buy limit orders. And that's pretty much mostly 90% of what I have on Coinbase is Bitcoin buy limit orders. From all the dreams and visions that I've studied about hacks and stuff like that, the only thing that I'm seeing is people are having problems on Coinbase, transferring their money out of Coinbase, dealing with Shiba Inu, because there's going to be so many people trying to withdraw their cryptocurrency, their Shiba Inu, when it shoots up to that point to where it's going to cause probably not just Coinbase, but a lot of other platforms to freeze up. That's one of the reasons why we were doing buy and sell limit orders to begin with, no matter what platform that you're on. So, and just to give you another example, this was from Maria Conwell, where she talked about placing her Bitcoin buy limit orders at 10 cents. All right, so that's specifically for Coinbase. We set our Bitcoin buy limit orders. And I told you guys that whenever this happens, whenever this takes place, I will be transferring most of my Bitcoin to another platform. Some of it I'll try to cash out on Coinbase. But so when it comes to liquidity, and I've discussed this, where a lot of these different platforms may not have the liquidity to cash you out. And there's some big ones that I believe that will. I believe that Kraken, FTX, MEXC, KuCoin if you are outside of the United States, Bittrex. So I think that it's very possible that some of these problems that people are seeing, prophetically speaking, has to do with withdrawing after you sell. All right, so you got to keep that in mind. So we just keep praying over Coinbase. And now getting back to the prayers of those that are involved in the wealth transfer, praying over Coinbase, praying over the wealth transfer in general, I noticed that over the last few weeks, we've actually had some really good news concerning Coinbase. And you have Google taps Coinbase to bring crypto payments to cloud services. Google says that early next year, users will be able to pay for cloud services using cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ether via Coinbase. So this is a good thing. You have a multi-billion-dollar company basically partnering up with Coinbase. Now, for me, as far as cloud services, I don't like cloud services to begin with, especially dealing with crypto, especially with, there's still a lot of issues that I have just in general dealing with the cryptocurrency industry and hacks and all that stuff. Then actually this came out on August the 4th. And this is BlackRock partners with Coinbase to give institutional clients access to Bitcoin. Now, BlackRock is one of the largest hedge funds in the world. They currently manage over $9 trillion in assets. Okay, so these are two very powerful companies that came together and they partnered with Coinbase. And so that makes Coinbase, to me, a whole lot stronger. But also at the same time, right, BlackRock, hedge fund, $9 trillion. It would be nice to get some of that, right, in God's wealth transfer. Just a thought. So I do believe that because we did go to God, we did say, hey, what's going on with Coinbase? What, in the wealth transfer, there's so many people that use it, God. You need to protect your people. Something needs to happen. So I believe that this could be BlackRock and Google partnering with Coinbase to help strengthen Coinbase in the wealth transfer. That's just my opinion. That all remains to be seen. So I just want to put this out there, as far as Coinbase, and to, make sure that you're expanding yourself, make sure you're learning other platforms, make sure you're learning how to transfer cryptocurrency in and out, but to transition to another platform concerning your Shiba Inu. Maybe placing your Shiba Inu on another platform, right? So that's just my opinion, and I do believe that God is going to use Coinbase to help with this wealth transfer. And I also do want to remind folks to make sure that you guys are doing your free learn and earn, right? You guys can earn finances, not very much, but enough to, get some Shiba Inu or some other cryptocurrency. The only Shiba Inu that I have on my Coinbase right now is from, doing free learn and earns and stuff like that Coinbase has to offer. So anyways, folks, that is all that I have for today. I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.